The Chicago Bears lost to the Texans 13-19 Sunday Night Football. We didn't get clapped. I was happy. I feel like a lot of people had the Texans winning this game. So you could feel a little comfortable with a loss like this. But how they lost, offensively, there's concerns still. Caleb Williams, first half, he looked good. He made some great throws. The quick game was working. Only got sacked twice. The run game still was struggling. But in the second half, DeMeco Ryans made adjustments and the Bears didn't. You know, the quick game wasn't working in the second half. Blitzes were coming. 5-man pressure, 5-man rush was coming to the Bears, and there was guys open. If the 5-man rush is coming, everybody should have a guy. There should be no reason why a guy's running free. And with stunts, with schemes, the Bears can't pick up a stunt. Offensive line is really concerning, and I know you want to put a lot of blame on Caleb Williams. You want to say, you know, Justin Fields, come back. We shouldn't have moved on from Justin Fields, but 2 games is crazy. I mean, you look at Justin Fields at his first couple games with the Bears. That Cleveland Browns game, that's literally what happened to Caleb last night. What happened to him Monday? What happened to him Sunday night? 7 sacks, you know, but he still, like I said, this was an improvement from Caleb. You know, he controlled the offense. He looked good. He was picking up on the rush schemes from the Texans. He controlled the offense. I thought that was good and impressive. But he's still missing some throws. DJ Moore looked a little frustrated. They aren't on the same page yet. DeAndre Carter, he missed him on a throw. A lot of, you know, missed throws from Caleb still. And I think that's still timing. I think that's still him getting into the mix of things. And, you know, regular season, it's different. And some of the plays he's trying to make, this is not USC no more. So I think all that stuff is going to get, you know, fixed and sorted out over the next couple weeks. Offensively, though, I think we need to switch up this, you know, starting 5. Nate Davis, we've seen enough from him. Yeah, sometimes he's running out there looking lost. Tevin Jenkins, he struggled as well in this last game. You know, in the press conference after the game, he's, you know, talking about the scheme. He doesn't really, you know, the words he was saying, it basically indicated it's the scheme, basically. And then the tackles, they were getting bullied. They were getting killed. Darnell Wright, oh my God. Will Anderson, Danielle Hunter. I know they're good edge rushers, but no, Braxton Jones and him were getting worked. And Coleman Shelton, I want to see a new center out there. Doug Kramer, allow him, maybe give him a shot, give him a look this week in practice. Matt Pryor, give him a look in practice. He was really good in the preseason for the Bears. So I think let's switch up this starting 5 because obviously things aren't working. And if the scheme ain't working, you know, the run game coordinator and the offensive line coach, Chris Morgan, you got to get fired. Take a look at him. He deserves a lot of blame for this. Last year, offensive line, every season he's a coach, offensive line coach for the Bears. The offensive line has been an issue. And really, I don't know how Tevin Jenkins looks worse this season, these first 2 games. Darnell Wright's been struggling. Lucas Patrick just went to the Saints, and he damn near broke the PFF grade scale. He was so elite for the Saints this week at left guard. So I think it's a coaching issue. And the offensive line, you know, Nate Davis, Coleman Shelton, I just think they're not good enough out there. They're not good enough. So Matt Pryor, Doug Kramer, these are some guys I would want to see the Bears work in the mix, maybe give them a shot in practice. Like I said, Kyron, the tackle from Yale, let's work him out there. Let's see what he can do. Maybe move Braxton Jones to left guard and Tevin Jenkins to right guard. So Darnell Wright and Tevin Jenkins, we have a side of the ball we can run because those 2 guys in the run game, run blocking, they're really good and tenacious and the physicality is there. So maybe Swift could find some holes on that side. Just no perimeter runs because that shit's not working. DeAndre Swift is bouncing it, trying to make something work, and it's a 5-yard loss. So play calling, I know this is a new offense, this is a new talent, new guys out there, but I just feel like some of the plays that Waldron has been calling hasn't been working. And I'm going to give him some grace. First 2 weeks of the season, Keenan Allen wasn't out there. The offensive line, if the offensive line ain't doing their job, not a lot of play. It doesn't matter what play you call. It's not going to work. So like I said, the quick game was working. I thought Waldron was doing good in the first half, but the second half, he just didn't make adjustments. So as a Bears fan, this is not what you want to see. You don't want to see your quarterback get sacked 7 times. You don't want to see hella screen passes. You don't want to see a coordinator not making adjustments and it seems like it's the same story over and over again. I've seen some people, on Bears Twitter say that they've seen the same game 1,000 times. And that's what it feels like. Just the defense is elite. A lot of screen passes. The run game ain't working. Quarterback's running for his life. Quarterback's going to get his head taken off. But surprisingly, I do think the offense was better. And on the bright side of things, the next 3 games, the Colts, they've given up 474 yards rushing, 2 150-yard rushers, Jacobs last week, and Joe Mixon week 1. So their secondary is a little banged up as well, and they've just been getting cooked defensively week after week these first 2 weeks. So I think the Bears, this is a week where you could go out there. Let's shore up things on the offensive side. Let's try to get a run game going. Let's build some confidence out there. So that would be a good week for them. Like I said, to build confidence. The next week, you got the Rams, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua. Defense should get after that banged up Rams offensive line. And their defense, they got a lot of guys banged up as well. John Johnson, he's going to be on IR now. So that should be another week we could get some momentum building offensively. And the Carolina Panthers, they just bench Bryce Young. They've given up on the season. Andy Dalton's starting at quarterback. The Red Rifle, defensively, they've been giving up 40 points and shit. They gave up 40 points to the Saints, and last week, the Chargers ran down their throat. So these are 3 games that the Bears could get things going offensively. 3 straight weeks. This should be, if the Bears offense still looks like what I saw Sunday night, I'm going to hit the panic button. I'm more than concerned about the offense then. These are 3 games that the Bears should be able to have something moving forward. Keenan Allen's going to be back. I think if Keenan Allen was out there, yeah, we get a touchdown or 2. Because as a security blanket, as a guy you could trust out there, it's not DeAndre Carter you're throwing. He's going to make rookie quarterback Caleb Williams, he's going to make him right. So I think he definitely would have made a huge difference. But like I said, offensive line, if they're not, winning, it doesn't matter. If they're not getting their guys, if they're not blocking, it's 36, pressures generated, which is crazy as fuck. It really don't matter too much. But I do think, Keenan Allen would have made a little more of an impact out there. Offensively, though, it's been 2 weeks, so I'm not going to hit the full panic mode, not going to hit the full panic button. I just need to see a little more. I need to see more this week. This week is a huge week for the Bears to get things going. And so is the week after in Carolina. So these next games, these are winnable games. Let's go 3-0 in these games. And 4-1. And defense, continue to ball. I mean, this defense is elite as fuck. Nico Collins, other than him going crazy and ballistic, the Bears did a great job. It was all field goals, but that Nico Collins touchdown, and they're 56-yard field goals. The kicker for the Texans did a phenomenal job out there. He's one of the best kickers in the league, but he's kicking damn near 60 yards. So the Bears were holding their job, doing their thing. Secondary is best of the best. Jalen Johnson looked good out there. Tyreek Stevenson was getting cooked a little in the first half, but he adjusted. He made plays. Kyler Gordon, man, these corners, they're great. They're physical in the run game, too. They're tackling. So you can't ask much more from the defense. Dexter had a sack. Sanborn had a sack. So they made enough plays for the Bears to win this game. They just didn't have a block punt, take it back for a touchdown. They didn't have a pick six. That definitely would have, won us the game, but they did their part. Love what I'm seeing from this defense, and I think they really could keep us in any game against any team. 49ers, I'm not worried about the defense. They're going to hold their own every game, just from what we've seen from them so far. This is one of the best defenses the Bears have had in a while. Sweat hasn't even got going yet. I mean, he had a pass deflection, but no, he hasn't got going yet. So, and we're still getting 3 sacks a game these first 2 games. So defensively, the Bears are straight. Offensively, let's get shit going. Other than that, it's 2 weeks into the season. It's not time to move on from Caleb Williams. Eberflus shouldn't be fired yet. I mean, he had 2 terrible challenges, but things are going to turn around. I believe the schedule is getting easier. So let's see what happens these next couple weeks, and then we can, look at this offense and be like, all right, look, we could panic after these next 3 weeks. Heading into Jacksonville, if we're still only putting up 200 total yards and we're getting 7 sacks and all this stuff is happening still after Carolina, then we could panic. But right now, the Bears are 1-1, still have a shot. The season, there's a lot of season left, so I'm not ready to fully be done with the year yet. But I would want him to get an extension done with, Keenan Allen. I would want him to stay with the Chicago Bears for maybe 2 or 3 more years because he's coming off his best season last year with the Chargers.